Good morning, my lovely students. Today we are going to have a new grammar lesson, which is regarding the future tense, the future simple tense. But before that, we are going to have our brain gym exercise in order to refresh your brains, your minds, to be ready for our lecture for today. So I will share a YouTube page with you, and please do the exercise with the presenter, and then we'll start our lecture for today. So let me share the page in order to start. So I believe that everyone has the YouTube page, and now we are going to start. Please do the exercise. I know it's kind of hard, but it's good for you guys. All right, dears, I I believe it's kind of hard, huh? Especially when you do it with both hands, right? Hello?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher. Okay, so now I am going to share a PowerPoint presentation with you guys in order to start your new grammar lesson. But I would like to ask a question before uh, explaining the lesson. All right, but okay, regarding your grammar. So if you guys want to answer, please raise your hand, and I will let you answer. But let me first share the PowerPoint presentation with you guys. Here we go. So everyone has the page in front of him and her, English grammar?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, that's good. Okay. Today we are going to talk about one of our tenses, which is the simple future tense. But before I start explaining, I want to ask you guys if you have any information regarding this subject. Do you guys know anything about the future simple tense? And if you know, please raise your hand. Farah?
Yes, teacher. It's
Yes, please.
verb tense that talk about things that haven't happened yet.
All right. Thank you, ya Farah. Yes, 100% correct. Zena?
We use with it will or be going to.
يعني عليكي. Thank you. Who else? Let me see hands. في عنا ديالا.
To talk about An action's gonna happen in the future.
يعني عليكي. What about Juan?
Is to talk about actions that you planned for in the future.
Planned
So,
for in the future. ممتازة. Yes. What else? Would you like to continue, dear Juan?
no, that's it.
All right. Thank you, dear. Yes. Yes. All the information that you said are 100% correct. Any other student would like to add anything? No? Okay, so let's now start explaining our lesson. And please pay attention in order to understand it from the first time, especially that you guys have a couple of information regarding it. So today we will talk about the simple future tenses. We know that in English we have three tenses in the past, the present, and the future. And today we are going to be introduced to the future tenses, especially future with will versus future with be going to. And please, a lot of students, I hear that they just say go. No, the be has to be included, and it is the most important part. Be, which is am, is, and are, regarding our subject. If I have I should use am. If I have he, she, it, I should use is. And if I have we, you, they, I should use the are. Here, we have the future with will versus the future with be going to. So what we will be doing in this grammar lesson, we will be introduced to the definition of will and its uses, its form, its keywords. Also, we will be knowing information regarding be going to, its definition, its uses, its form, and the keywords. And the most important part, we need to differentiate between them. We need to know the difference. When do we use will and when do we use be going to? When do we use will and when do we use be going to? So let's start our lesson for today. We'll go to the general definition of the simple future tense. So let's talk about it. Here, the simple future is a verb. So what part of the speech we will be using? The verb. We know that in English we have four main parts of speech, which are nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. But here, when we talk about tenses, we should use the verb. So the simple future is a verb tense that is used to talk about things that haven't happened yet. And we will understand this sentence when we go to the next slide, which is the timeline for the tenses. So, one more time. The simple future is a verb tense that is used to talk about things, all right, issues, things, situations that haven't happened yet. We didn't do them yet, or we are not doing them now or yet, okay? Use the simple future to talk about an action or a condition, okay, that will begin, it will start, and end, and it will finish in the future, المستقبل. So, the action or the condition or the situation that we are going to talk about will start, okay, here the word will, it will start and it will finish in the future. The time of it is in the future. So the two main rules that you have to stick to regarding the simple future is the first point is that it refers to a time, the time of the action, the time of the condition, the time of the situation will be later than now. It's not now, it's not in the present, it's not in the past, okay? It's not, okay, something that we did already, but the time will be later than now. بعد الآن, later than now. And the second point is that it expresses facts or certainty. It expresses facts or certainty. Let's go to the timeline slide and see when does the action happen. Here, the timeline for the simple future, okay, which is the will plus the verb or the be going to plus the verb. Look here at the timeline. Here we have, as I told you, the three tenses, which are the past, the present, and the future. So the actions that we are going to talk about are in the future time. So it is after now. Here are our actions, and here the X's with the blue color. These are the actions, and they are happening after the present time, after now. Let's go now to the first term that we will be talking about and discussing in our lesson, which is will. Let's talk about will. What is the definition of will? Here, when I say will, it is to make predictions, and this is the main word, the main term that we will be talking about, okay, in all our lesson. What do I mean by predictions? When I say a prediction, it is, okay, something that is not 100% right. That's not 100% correct. Why? Because we as humans don't know exactly if this thing will happen for sure or not. So just God knows, okay, exactly if this will happen or not. That's why I say it's a prediction. To make predictions in Arabic, it means it's an abua. Okay, we might know, we might, okay, have a clue regarding something, okay, but we don't know if it will happen for 100% because we are not God, because only God knows what will happen in the future. Generally, either about an imprecise future time. Imprecise, it means not exact, okay? We don't know the exact time also, all right? Or a fairly distant future, or a fairly distant, it means, all right, far enough. It's far enough. بعيد نوعا ما. Let's look at the example in order to understand our definition. Here we have an example. Doctors will treat patients in their homes. Okay, I predict, okay, that doctors will treat patients in their homes. That patients, okay, will not have to go to the hospital in order to be treated. Okay, so doctors will be treating them, okay, at homes. But am I 100% sure about that? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. That's why we said that the future is all about predictions. The future is all about predictions. Let's go to the use of well. Okay, we have 7 uses for the word well. Let's start one by one and explain it in greater details. Here we have the first one, which is cold, rapid, or quick decisions. What do I mean by that? Rapid or quick, okay, it means that things we decide, we take a judgment about, or we have a resolution or solving this issue, okay, to do now. So I have a quick situation and I have to decide regarding it. Let's have an example. I will buy one for you. What do I mean by that? Imagine that you and your brother are in a store, okay? And you liked something, okay? For this moment, you liked something and you have to take a quick decision. You want to buy this thing for your brother. So you say to your brother, I will buy one for you. So this was a quick decision. While you are thinking, you took this decision. This is called a rapid decision, and we use it with the word will in order to talk about the future. One more time, I will buy one for you. Use number 2. When I say prediction, and I told you here that we predict things for the future because we don't know 100% that it is going to happen. Here, to explain that prediction that we think or believe something about the future. We think or believe. So the key words in your sentence will be I think, blah, blah, blah. I believe, blah, blah, blah. Tamam? Here, let's have the example in order to explain it more to be clearer for you guys. My soccer team will win the match this season. So I have a soccer team. I have a favorite soccer team, okay, such as مثلا Real Madrid, Barcelona, or if it was a local team, El Faisali, maybe, okay, and you believe or you think that your team will win the match, the game this season. By the way, did you guys, especially men, gentlemen in here, did you guys watch the game yesterday between Real Madrid and Barcelona? Who watched the game? Did anyone watch the game yesterday? No, I believe you were studying for your physics exam. All right. Anyway, Barcelona won. My bad. Yes, and they got 4.0. Okay. All right. So let's go back to our lesson. And here, so the second use is prediction, but we do not have any clue. We do not have any evidence in order to be sure. I am not certain. So that's why I used the words think or believe. My soccer team will win the match this season. Let's go to the third use, and I inserted here 3 different uses. All right. The first one was offer. The second one was promise. And the third one was a threat. So let's talk about them. An offer. Number 1 is offer. Look at the example in here. I will make you a discount if you buy a dozen. What do I mean by that? You guys know that the previous week was Thanksgiving, right? And there was a big sale in all stores. They call it the Black Friday or the White Friday here in Jordan. Okay, so a lot of stores, they were making discounts for people in order to buy more stuff. So here we have an offer. What was our offer? If you buy a dozen, okay, I will make you a discount. So this is called an offer. I will make you a discount if you buy a dozen. Let's go to the second term in here, which is promise. I promise I will stay home this time. So here, this person who is talking, okay, he or she is giving us a promise that he will stay home. So this was regarding promise. A threat, it means واحد لما بيهدد, okay? So I have a couple of students that are who don't behave in class, okay? I might say I will hit you or I will take marks from your grades if you do not behave. تمام? I will hit you, or I am having a fight with a person, so I tell him I will hit you if you do not behave. Okay, if you do not stop, maybe. If you do not stop punching me or hitting me. Okay, so here let's revise these three uses. The first one was rapid, quick decisions. The second one was prediction with no clues, with no evidence. That's why I use think or believe in my sentence. And the third use was about offering something, promising something, or threatening someone. Let's go to the next slide and continue the uses of, well, we have something called refusal. Refusal, when I want to reject, okay? When I want to deny. So it's negation in the negative form. My car won't, it's the abbreviation of will not start. What do I mean by that? I woke up and I want to go to my work and I am trying to start my car. بدي أشغلها. And my car will not start. My car won't start. So here is another use for well, which is refusal, rejection, denial. Use number 5, which is with age, with the age. Next week, I will be 33. I know that my birthday comes next week, okay? And I will be 33. But do I know 100% that I will live until next week? Nope, I don't know, okay? Only God knows. That's why we put it with well. That's why, because I have no evidence, I'm not sure 100% that I will live for next week, but I know that my age will become 33 next week. Let's go to the 6th use, which is hope. I am hoping that this thing will happen in the future, but am I sure? Nope. I have no guide, I have no evidence for that. Let's look at the example. I hope I will get a full mark in the final exam. I am studying, okay? And I hope, this is a wish, a hope, but it's not certainty. It's not assuredness, okay? So I hope I will get a full mark in the final exam. The last use for will is in the conditional clauses, all right? Type 1, when I use the simple present with if. The second part of our sentence will be simple future, which is will plus the verb in the base form. So one more time, the 7th use is conditional clauses type 1, if plus the simple present for the first sentence, because we know that in the if clauses we have two sentences that are joined together لما يكون إشي مشروط عنا. Okay, الجمل الشرطية if clauses or conditional clauses, the first part of my sentence will be in type 1 if plus the simple present, and the second part will be the simple future, which is will, not be going to, will plus verb, because if this thing happen, this thing will happen in the future. So one more time, if plus the simple present. The second part of the sentence will be will plus the verb in the base form. Let's have a couple of examples regarding them. If it rains, okay, you will get wet, but you do not know if it will rain for 100% if it rains, okay? The second example, if you don't hurry, you will miss the bus. If you do not hurry, okay, so here we have a condition, okay? If you will not be, if you are not fast enough and you do not hurry, you will miss the bus. You will not be able to catch the bus. Let's go back to our uses and revise them all together. So we said one more time for the definition and the uses. The definition, we said we use will in order to make predictions because we are not 100% sure if this action or this situation or this event will happen or not. That's why we call it predictions. Generally, either about an imprecise, something that is not exact, or a time that is not exact in the future, or a fairly distant future. A fairly distant future, and here we have we had an example, which is doctors will treat patients in their homes. I believe that this thing will happen in the future, but I'm not 100% sure about it. Now let's go to the uses one more time. The first one was, it was regarding a rapid or a quick decision. I am thinking of something right now and I took my decision in order to do it. So this is called a rapid or a quick decision. And we had an example, I will buy one for you. The second use was regarding a prediction, but with no evidence. I have no clue. I have no sign. I have, okay, no guide that this thing will happen. That's why I use think or believe that something is about to happen in the future. And here we had this uh, example, which was my soccer team will win the match this season. We have offer. I'm offering you something, or someone is offering another person something. We have a promise. We have a threat. I will make you a discount. I promise I will stay home this time. I will hit you if you do not do something. I will hit you. Okay, so this is called a threat. This is called a threat. Let's go to the fourth use, which is refusal, rejection, denial. My car will not start. And it is also used with age. It is also used with age. Next week I will be 33. I know that my birthday is next week. I know that my birthday, maybe, okay, Zaina's birthday is, okay, next month, okay, but are we sure? طبعا بعيد الشر عنك يا زينة. Okay, and everybody, okay. So I will talk about myself, okay, علشان أتحمل خطية حالي أنا. Okay, am I sure that I will live until next week or next month? I am not sure. I have no clue for that. So, okay, but I know that if I lived for next week, my age will be 33. تمام? And the sixth one was regarding hope. I hope I will get a full mark in the final exam. And the last one was about conditional clauses and specifically about type 1, which is the first part of the sentence will be in the simple present, F plus the simple present, and the second part of the sentence will be the simple future, will plus verb in the base form. And an example or a couple of examples regarding it was, if it rains, you will get wet. If you don't hurry, you will miss the bus. Do you guys have any question regarding the uses or the definition?
No,
Or
teacher.
no? I didn't hear you, dear.
No, thank you.
No. Okay, so let's now proceed with our lesson and go to the form. Let's get introduced to the form of the of well. Okay, of specifically of well. Here we know that in English we have three forms, all right, which are the affirmative, the negative, and the interrogative. So how will we form our sentence in order to have will, and our action will be in the future? Let's see. Regarding the affirmative, الحالة المثبتة, subject plus will plus the verb, and it has to be in the base form. So in the future, if we use will or be going to, our verb has to be in the base, in the infinitive form. Let's have an example here, which is our subject. Well, okay, and we have the verb or the action go, which was in the base form. So she will go to church, and here we have a keyword, next Sunday. So this is an action that will happen in the future regarding our keyword, which is next Sunday. One more time. Let's go to the form in the affirmative. Subject plus will plus the verb in the base form. She will go to church next Sunday. Now I want to negate my sentence. I want to put it in the negative form using not. So what will be our form in here? Subject plus the will plus not, because I am negating my sentence, plus the verb in the base form, plus the verb in the base form. So here our sentence will become she, our subject, well, okay, not the negation, go, our verb in the base form, in the infinitive form, and then the complement of the sentence, to church next Sunday. Now, excuse me, we'll go to the interrogative, to the question part, to the question 4. And we said that in the question we switch, okay, between the subject and our word in here. So it will become well plus the subject plus the verb in the infinitive form. So will she go to church next Sunday? I am asking, will the lady or the young woman or the old woman, or okay, she go to church next Sunday? So here we have the three forms: the affirmative, the negative, and the interrogative form. Let's go now to the keywords for well. Here you have to take into consideration that well has certain keywords and be going to has other keywords, and both well and be going to, okay, have also certain keywords. So you have to memorize the keywords for well and the keywords for be going to and the keywords for both of them, in order to differentiate and to know when do we use each one of them. So the keywords for well are I am not sure, because it's a prediction and we do not have a clue. Think, believe, expect, which is يتوقع, possibly, probably, ربما. تمام? So these are the words, these are the keywords for the term well, which are one more time. I am not sure. There is no assuredness. There is no certainty. I think. I believe. أنا بعتقد إنه الإشي هذا رح يصير. But I'm not sure. I expect. Okay, possibly this thing will happen. Probably this thing will happen. So these are the keywords for well. Unfortunately, our time is running fast, so today we will be done with our lesson for today. Next time we will revise with you what we took today, and please let me finish, my dear, and then I will have any question if you guys have any question, okay, in order to answer you. Next time we will revise what we took today, and if you guys have any question regarding it, okay, and then we will proceed with B going to, in order to be able to differentiate between both terms, which are well and be going to. And now, do you guys have any question regarding what we took today? I believe that one of the students was talking. Juan, do you have anything, dear?
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, anyone else? Any student? Did you guys understand everything?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
teacher.
Yes, teacher. Okay.
يعني أنا صراحة ما فهمتش الدرس كتير يعني.
Okay, I will explain it, okay, tomorrow one more time. But yeah, Vicky, if you have any question, you can also ask me. تمام? You can ask me on education or privately.
أوكي، ميس يعطيك العافية.
الله يعافيكم. Thank you and have a nice day.